take this further. We're joined by Labour analyst Phethani Madzivhandila. A very good afternoon, well, good evening to you, sir. Thank you so much for your time today. The ANC's national chairperson, twice unable to address COSATU's National Congress. Is this the end of the road for the alliance, or do you think this is just the trouble that comes with any long-standing relationship and the ebbs and flows, really?
Thank you, Tembekile, for the opportunity to speak about these vital issues that are affecting the workers' movement. But in reality, the question of the alliance has been actually in all the times before any ANC National Congress. It is always the SSCP threatening that they are going to leave the tripartite alliance. We saw it in the last elections, and we're seeing it right now, saying that they will not be part of the alliance. But in reality, what really it has been is that COSATU has been threatening that no, they are going to leave the tripartite alliance since the dawn of democracy. It's been 28 years now. And the crisis of the workers' movement, generally, remember in 2013, the expulsion of NUMSA and the subsequent formation of SAFTU just shows the level of fracture in the workers' movement. And the workers have been, for a very long time, been very clear that they don't support the idea of the African National Congress as an ally to be able to fulfill their aims or their ambitions as the workers' movement. But unfortunately, COSATU has stayed in bed with the ANC for a very long time, and it begs the question, really, that are they G9 to the question of socialism, or they're just paying lip service in actually around the years in which they're supposed to be national conferences or national congress of the ANC.
Right,
we've seen this technique.
Phethani, just on that note, the relationship between COSATU and the ANC. Yesterday, when Zingizalosi gave her report at the opening of Congress, she reflected on how they've been able, for example, to ensure better maternity leave benefits even for women who miscarry, for instance, the introduction of a national minimum wage. But more broadly, in the 28 years or so of democratic South Africa, has the COSATU-ANC relationship been more beneficial to workers or the governing party itself?
No, not at all. You will remember in February that there was the public service workers demands which were supposed to be met in line with the agreement which was agreed in over 3 years ago, but we saw the government going back to their word and say that no, actually we don't have the money to increase the wages of the workers. And speaking of minimum wage, which was enacted in 2018, and initially it was 20 rands an hour, a minimum wage, but now at least it's 24 rands, something that we don't agree with, because if you remember the struggle of the workers of Marikana in 2012, they're speaking about 12,500 rands, which was a living wage, which will probably kind of think that at this time in point in 2022 should be around 23,000 rands. That is the minimum wage or minimum living wage that workers must have. So, in actual sense, COSATU has continued to aid and align themselves with the capitalist policies of the ANC, which are market related and very much most of austerity measures, where we have seen budget cuts in healthcare, budget cuts in housing, budget cuts in education, which primarily is in contradiction, essentially, with the communist ideals that the workers' movement of COSATU stands with. So it shows that COSATU has been incorporated and has become a tool to further the ambitions of the bourgeoisies of the ANC, who have for the past 28 years sold empty dreams to the African people, or the people who have continued to vest their interests on them. So in actual sense, what we're getting is that COSATU has been paying lip service in the struggle of the workers, but in reality they don't have ambitions to soften the blow of capitalism that is faced by workers.
Okay. So yesterday when those when things came to a head at the Congress, many of those workers directly said to our teams and to Gwede Mantashe himself that their main gripe was the fact that the ANC government has basically reneged on the 2018 wage agreement with public sector workers. Gwede Mantashe, speaking again today, said, well, issues of the bargaining council should be left to that platform. That was also to do with the ongoing discussions and the rejection by the workers of a 3% salary increase at the moment. But when he says that it's a conflation basically of the business of the bargaining council and the business of Congress, where he was there as a representative of the ANC, is that not an unavoidable conflation when you consider that it is a governing party and a labour federation who are partners and they're bound to clash?
Yeah, of course they're bound to clash because they don't emanate or they don't move from the same point of ideological thinking, you know. So if we're speaking about the interests of the workers, it is very clear and direct that the wage agreement which was reached in the public sector or trade unions in 2018, that there were supposed to be increases which were supposed to have been fulfilled in the beginning of this very year, but that has not been done. And for Gwede to say that this is an issue of the bargaining sector, of the bargaining council, and when in essence these are deep socio-economic issues which the ANC as the ruling party currently has to fulfill, you know. So it is quite much disingenuous. And actually, I support the workers for booing Gwede Mantashe in this Congress twice already. But I wish that the workers could even boo even the alliance with the ANC itself, that it is not Gwede as an individual who is at a predicament on the interest, but it is the whole fracas of the ANC that they have been in bed with for the past 28 years, you know. So it is not easy to say that, okay, it is only Gwede, it's only Comrade X or Comrade Y, but reality is that it is the ANC that has continuously failed the workers in the past 28 years. And for COSATU to be able to move forward, it is to take the radical step which was taken by NUMSA in 2013 when they left the alliance and subsequently formed SAFTU. But in essence, the workers might still be,
right.
You know, in the education sector, it's still dominated by SAFTU. But we don't necessarily say that we are against the workers, but we are against the leaders who continuously sell out the interests of the workers to the African National Congress.
Phethani Madzivhandila, good to have your time, sir. Thank you so much for being on News at Prime.